In this instructional video, I'm going to teach you how to use the printvintage app. Now, to begin, the first thing you have to do is download the app from Google Play or the App Store. Now, you have a big decision to make. Do you want to get vintage or do you want to sell out? If you decide to get vintage, that means that you can order from our premium 5x5 vintage range, which includes prints, invites and greeting cards. But if you've decided to sell out, we allow you to get access to special deals and offers in your area. But for today, let's get vintage. As you can see here, you can choose between vintage prints, vintage invites and vintage cards. All of these products have a very similar workflow. So today, we're going to choose to create a vintage print. The first screen that will load is the Create Your Vintage Style Print screen. The screen will look slightly different for vintage invites and cards. As with invites, you can add an image to the front and back, and with vintage cards, you can add an image to the front and a message on the inside of the card. Anyway, now back to a vintage print. The first thing to do is add a photo to your print, which could be one that you take with your camera now, or could be one that you've already taken. Once you've selected the photo, it's loaded into our vintage frame, where you can zoom in and out and rotate it into position using your thumb and forefinger. Get it into position so it looks great, and then press next. Now, you can get a little creative. Jazz up your photo by adding speech bubbles and text. Press the corresponding button at the bottom of the screen. You'll be asked to add some text, select the speech bubble, and then move it into position. It's pretty much the same with text, just key it in, select the font and color that suits your photo, and place it in the right position. And yes, you can add multiple speech bubbles and multiple text to help tell your story. Once you select next, you'll be taken back to the Create Your Vintage Print Style screen, where you can see your finished photo. Now select the quantity that you'd like on the slider. It can range anywhere from 1 to 25. When you press next again, your finished vintage print is uploaded to our server and added to your shopping cart. At the shopping cart screen, just press the Add More Products to add more products, or press Next to be taken to the delivery screen, where you can add the shipping details for where you'd like your product to be sent. And that could be you or someone else that you'd like to send it to. You can then review your order on the summary screen and pay for it using credit card or PayPal. Finally, you can share your creation on Facebook so your friends, family and other print vintages can see what you've created. Then all you have to do is wait patiently until your vintage products arrive in the mail. So, as you can see, it's pretty easy to print vintage. We hope you have fun using our app and we look forward to seeing the cool creations that you share with our vintage community.